Hello and welcome to the Bad Guy Reviews, where good movies rise and bad ones pretty burn. Okay, now I know you're wondering, one, what's going on behind me? Don't worry about it, because I'm just trying to update trying to get W2K24 to work and give me that dang new patch, Hunter. But yeah, I'm having problems with it, just like all of you probably had problems with it. Yeah. Secondly, what the fuck is that brightness on my face? Easy, I have a new desk lamp, which I'm actually using it right now to shine bright on my face so I don't have to rely on this light up here all the time. And yeah, now I know you're wondering, what the fuck is this episode all about? What the fuck are we doing in this episode? Well, today we are going to review about one of the best villains from the 2010s era. Yes, I said 2010s, which I mean 2010 to 2029. I know it sounds weird, but trust me, it is. So yeah. Also, is this guy, not who you really think it was. Now, I'm just wearing this because I don't know where the other one is at. So, yeah. So, Megamind. This should be a pretty interesting one. And I know you're wondering, how did he become a villain? Did he like betray someone? Did he like, what happened? Whatever happened? Well, that's why yours truly, doing the bad guy, is here. So let's dig at Megamind and show you how his origins begin. So the movie begins not with a flashback yet, but with actually this guy free falling, which is our main protagonist named Megamind, played by Will Ferrell. However, in the beginning, he actually kind of doesn't have a name. He just came up with that name later on, so we're scratch wondering who is this big, bald blue-head man. And we was gonna find out with the tale. So once upon a time when Megamind was just a wee little baby, his planet was going through a black hole. Yep. Seriously, his parents were going through a black hole. Yes, I said his birth parents because yes, he did have a family in that planet. However, they put him on a ship and tells them, and gives him his little minion, which is this little fish buddy right here. And they give him his pacifier. Then his father says, you're destined for, but then the door closes entirely without him hearing what his last words were. Entirely. So he was wondering, so Megamind was wondering, what is my destiny? So he set out to go find it. But people, if you couldn't tell, I know what he was talking about, so y'all could know what he was talking about, because he was saying, to me, he was saying, you're destined for greatness. He said that, yet Megamind didn't hear the word greatness. So, maybe, just maybe, on a different planet, if not Earth, he could have been a superhero. Because he was destined for greatness, but we'll get to it later on. Okay, we'll get to that part later on, near the end. So he flies through space. He's bouncing here and there from the asteroids, and he looked out the window to see what he calls Mr. Tooey Good Shoes. Now, he's just a young Metro Man, aka this here right here. And if you're curious, yes, he was a planet his planet was right next to Megamind's planet, where they went into a black hole. Then as Megamind and Metro Man fly over, Megamind thought he was gonna meet his parents, which thought he was gonna be adopted by a rich parent. But no, that road goes to Metro Man because his ship bumps into his, with leaving him bouncing and bouncing straight to prison. And mind you, they didn't put him up for adoption or anything. They just looked at him like, let's keep him as our new prisoner. Maybe he's done something bad. If you want to see a bunch of idiot cops animated movie, then this is a fucking movie, because I fucking promise you, they are dumbasses. Dumbasses. Okay, sorry if it went too dark. But yeah. Although Megamind did try breaking out once, but trust me, we know how that went down, if you've seen the movie. And years went by and then Megamind became a kid. Yeah, he grew up like any other people, just became a kid. Then he went to school. Oh, he had a hard time like spelling out words. So when he was at school, he said shoe without the H. You know. Hell, even later when he's an adult, when he sees a spider, he calls it a spider with a E and added to it. Why? I don't fucking know. He's just learning, okay? He's learning, okay? Yeah, he tries to fit in with a bunch of kids, even though Metro Man was also there. But he wasn't fitting in the bigger picture. Even if he tries doing things just a little better than Metro Man, he couldn't do it. Then he realized that maybe being bad is the one thing he's good at, so he decided to be a villain. Hence the reason why he's a villain. Yes, he made trouble and just ended up getting expelled from that school. Hell, Metro Man basically flew them out of that spot. Because mind you, he is DreamWorks' version of Superman. Yes, I am calling it. He is DreamWorks' version of motherfucking Superman. He flies like Superman. He has strength like Superman. Seriously, he is just fucking strong. And yeah, Super Metro Man did gave him his name Metro Man, while Megamind gave us named himself Megamind. And yeah, then years went past, and now Megamind was a man. Yes, he's a man, and he has a plan to break out of prison. This time was going to be an interesting one, because apparently his little fish minion, who now has like a body of a gorilla, which looks like that, just so I can show you that I'm not lying. But yeah, so then Megamind gets a gift from Metro Man. Keyword gift, which was the watch. A fancy looking watch, but it does something interesting, which is to make you disguise yourself as someone else. So since the watch knew it belonged to Megamind, when it scanned the chief of the prison, the owner of the prison place, it made him disguise himself as Megamind, so the cops can believe that he was Megamind. again, the cops are complete dumbasses. So, if you wanted that in your movie, here you go. And yeah, and of course, Megamind uses the watch to get out of there, disguise himself as his prison, as the chief himself. And they drove off. Well, from Megamind and Minion drove off. And yeah, I'm closing and opening this cage because why the fuck not? So, oh fuck. Sorry. Okay. So, meanwhile, it was Metro Man Day in Metro City. And yes, that's what the town is called. Metro City and Metro Man Day. And we meet this girl, Roxanne Ritchie. Who's she played by? Hang on. I know she played by someone. Okay, so Roxanne Perez played by Tina Fey! Tina Fey is! Yeah, okay, yeah, she is played by Tina Fey. And she was, and as you can see, she's a reporter. As you've seen, she's a reporter, and after her interview, she talked with her friend Hal. And they was talking about Metro Man, I think, until Minion and Megamind kidnapped Roxanne once again for like the possible billionth time. Okay. And they went to their home base to keep her hostage, and after Megamind reveals his new Metro Man reveals his new Metro Man History Museum, and Megamind's little drone kids is what I'm gonna call them. Yeah, we'll call them drone kids because, or no, robot. His drone kids. Did I call them drone kids? Ah, fuck it, I'll go with drone kids. So the drone kids, his drone kid is made a dark cloud on the museum, and Megamind shows up on a hologram on like a projector screen between the museums, so then the viewers can see Megamind and Roxanne Ritchie. Sorry, I don't know why. I randomly said Roxanne Perez, but I meant Roxanne Ritchie. Yes, I know Roxanne Perez is a wrestler and all, so yeah. She did tell him that, she thought they was like in a little dome thing. I don't know what you call them, but a little dome place that had like a dome on top. Oh, like a little half-speared dome. Yeah. Yeah, Megamind tricked them into thinking that they were in a real one, but they weren't. They were in a fake one that Megamind made. And Metro Man realized that Megamind had the whole place surrounded by copper. Remember that part real well, because you're going to figure out something later on. So, well, after Megamind and Metro Man done their usual back and forth arguing, Minion starts up the Death Ray, which will blast Metro Man to skeleton form. And sorry, being pretty distracting. So, okay, and the screen's a little darker over there, but I'm gonna try talking while I'm doing this. Yes, I am literally doing this in the middle of a recording. Just deal with it. So, well, Metro Man did try breaking out of there. That's the timing to the death ray. Sorry, my fucking god. Was at his like full power. Metro Man just and found out that the place was made of copper and was getting weakened down. We're not about to, because this game surprisingly on. Then, after it went full power, it blasted the dome, and Megamind, Minion, and Roxanne, all three looked outside and watched it as a figure was flying down towards them. They thought it was Metro Man, which technically it was, but when they uncovered there's some edibles. I ain't gonna show it on camera, cause I ain't gonna show it like on full blown camera. You know, it got in front of the camera, not like entirely. I ain't gonna show you all it, but I am gonna have some after this video. So yeah. Anyways, and soon when Metro Man flies out Megamind, it turned out to be a skeleton. Yep, Megamind killed him. He finally killed him, and he thought the town was now his, since now the city was now in his hands. And he did some criminal stuff here and there, rob bank, paint stuff around, well, mainly vandalize stuff around. But then, as days went on, he got bored. He was bored out of his mind, with nothing else to do, since he did everything a villain would want to do. Now again, think about it. What would you do if you were a villain, and after you finally defeated your enemy, and you did everything that a criminal could do, what would you do then? Which is a weird question that you could hear, but trust me, that's a good question of, like, say, the question of the day for this episode. No, we're not starting that BS, because trust me, I ain't gonna carry that around with me on this series. Trust me. So then Megamind and Roxanne ended up at the same museum together, but Roxanne didn't know Megamind was there, and Megamind was planning to blow up the museum. However, Roxanne heard a noise and tries going to see who it was. However, Megamind tries running away, but gets bumped into this guy named Bernard, who he quickly vaporized him into this weird cube, this water cube, where if you dip in water, it'll come right back up in a bottle. And yeah, so then and he disguised himself as Bernard and tries being like friends with Roxanne throughout the movie due to that. However, Roxanne technically gave Megamind an advice that gave him an idea, and that's to create his own superhero, so that things can go back the way it was in the beginning of the whole movie, except for the new superhero. However, after Roxanne and Bernard technically quote-unquote break in, even though it was mostly Roxanne, might I add, she and Bernard tried taking down Megamind themselves, but of course it didn't go entirely good, but it's complicated and it's better if you've seen the movie. However, the device that Megamind had to make Hal a superhero, they both stupidly get into fight over it, and after one of them accidentally pulls the trigger, and a small rectum of a yellow block or whatever flew out of it and bumped into some piping here and there and went outside and boom! Straight up out Hal's nose. No joke, it legit went straight up his nose. Y'all thought I was gonna do that one salute, but no. I'm not doing that. Trust me. But yeah, it went straight up his nose, and you can tell because he put tissue paper on his nose. You know, holding his nose and be like, oh my god, and is it pain and stuff like that. And of course, it slowly transformed him into a superhero, since again, gross fact, but yes, your nose goes up and over your nose and down past your mouth, the deep parts of your mouth, and then down to your throat and into your stomach. Yes, that's where your nose will go through. Thank you, kids. You're welcome, kids, for the fucking trauma. This is why my videos like this ain't for kids. So anyway, then Megamind and Minion disguise themselves as a space father and space mother, or stepfather and stepmother. I don't know why they decided to be stepmother and father, but then again, he probably has his parents still around and all. But yeah, so there was a montage going back and forth with Megamind in his space dive form helping out Hal, and him as Bernard helping out or be friends, aka a little bit of a boyfriend girlfriend situation type of friendship. But yeah, then Minion and Megamind was setting up a new clothing called the Black Mamba for Megamind's big battle with Hal, who will dress up as this weird superhero, which looks like I know you can't see it, but right here, named Titan. Why Titan? Or like Megamind said, it's the only name he could think of. However, when Megamind and Minion was talking to each other about him and his battle with Titans, Megamind was getting ready for a date with Roxanne, which Minion doesn't like because they're supposed to be the villains, but they ended up stopping friends from that moment. Because yeah, Megamind basically chose his heart over his best friend. And he disguised himself as Hal or Bernard while Hal goes to tell Roxanne about his little new powers and all. And even though he tries getting the girl, she didn't want anything to do with him, and he got pissy about it and left. Worse is that he saw Bernard kissing Roxanne. And of course, Roxanne soon found out she was Megamind, as Minion warned him a little later on, or a little earlier in the movie. a while earlier in the movie. I don't know. And of course, she's pissy and left him alone while Megamind went back to his hideout to go be the bad guy that he's supposed to be. And it's not over yet, don't worry. As he waited for Titan, he waited and waited and waited and waited until he had enough and went to his house to figure out what the fuck it took him so long. And apparently it was revealed that he actually stole some stuff. Yeah, ignore that. Even though he wasn't supposed to be the villain. So even though Titan doesn't give a shit about what Megamind wants from him, Megamind decided to get him to force him to fight by revealing that he is Bernard and his space daddy. And of course, he was pissed. He tried killing him, but he went to the final solution, and that is to use copper by using a copper ball on a Titan, but turns out he was fine. He thought it was his weakness, but it ain't. And Megamind runs out to go find Roxanne. But Titan tells him that he's not here to play hero. Metro City was now under new management, and they was fucked. So Megamind tries to convince Roxanne to help him. And which she does, and Megamind realized that, and they figure out that they need to go to the one place that Megamind knows Metro Man very well, and that is to his old school, which apparently it turns out to be a mansion now. And take one wild guess of who the fuck? Of course, it's Metro Man. Alive and well, with a beard like me, and not fucking dead. Don't worry, I'll deal with that shit once this video is done. And trust me, I will be fucking pissed if it doesn't work. So anyways, he decided to give them an explanation. That is that with his little speed powers, he paused for a moment and thought, why are we doing this over and over and over again, even though it's the same damn story? Then Metro Man realized that he can be wherever he wants to be, so he decided to fake his death. Hence the face skeleton and all, and yeah. And he wanted to become a singer. And he told Megamind that he's done being a hero. It was now his turn to be the hero. But Megamind didn't want it to because he knew that... Well, the reason I think is because he knew he can't fit out to be a hero, let alone a great hero. So he goes back to prison. And meanwhile, Titan took Roxanne and makes Megamind come out from prison. And yes, he even made up with Minion, even though Minion was disguised himself as a prison chief. But yeah. Then Megamind comes to them in a big entrance song. And they had a fight, but it turns out that Minion disguised himself as Megamind. Meanwhile, the real Megamind himself was actually disguising himself as Metro Man, pretending that Metro Man came back, but of course he didn't. And if you're curious, yes, Megamind uses some jetpacks to help him fly and such, and to scare Titan away. However, there was one problem. He can't spell Metro City right. And of course, he finds out that it was Megamind, so he said Metrocity and not Metro City. Again, he really needs to learn on spellings. Yeah. Anyways, and after a few fights here and there, it finally ended where we started off. Megamind falling out of the sky. However, thanks to his little way where he can turn himself into a cube and only come back to life with water. He uses those to stop Metro Man once and for all, and the day was saved, making Megamind the new hero, and Metro Man even, well, that's what he likes to call himself now, Music Man, now ended up watching him instead of like Megamind's minion kids. And then the movie ends with them dancing their pants off while Michael Jackson's band was playing in the background. But wait! It wasn't the end then! Cause remember Bernard? The little cute gentleman? Yeah, apparently Minion found him in the washer and Megamind forgot to clean out his pockets. So Minion knocked him out with the Forgive Me stick that they randomly have. The movie is good and such, like it was funny and it was entertaining, but I know you're wondering, am I going to review the sequel? No. I will not. I probably won't review the sequel anytime soon because I know it's gonna be bad. I know it's gonna be horseshit, especially with Megamind not being played by Will Ferrell. So yeah, so to whoever idea was to make the sequel for this and not have a better plot or have Will Ferrell play as his role, screw you. Just screw you. I'm sorry, but screw you. Screw freaking you. And that's the end of my guy reviews. You know the drill. You can follow my social medias in the description, and I'll see you next time on Dylan the Bike Guy. And this has been the Bike Guy Reviews. See ya!